Hey folks, today we are going to be talking about how we clean out our watering system for our chickens. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, Aaron here with the Kunkel Homestead. On today's video, we are going to be talking about cleaning out our watering system that we have in place for our chickens. If you go back, we have a previous video that goes over in detail the watering system that we have, but essentially we collect rainwater from the roof of the chicken run, feed that into a 55-gallon barrel, and that goes into the chicken waterer. We've had this system set up for about a year. It is early November now. We still have a few pretty days left, so we're going to take advantage of the weather today and get this system flushed out, get it cleaned and prepped up for winter. So naturally, the first step in cleaning out our water barrel is that we need to get it emptied out. We actually put a dual spigot on this barrel just for that purpose, so we can actually drain out water as needed without having to completely disconnect the original watering system. You do notice that the spigot is raised just a couple of inches off the bottom of the barrel. That's very intentional, not just for accessibility, but that also does give a little bit of space in the bottom of the barrel for debris, dirt, things like that to kind of settle without getting into our watering system. But we are going to have to tip this barrel over, make sure we get as much of the water out as possible. Okay, now that the barrel is drained out, we need to just take off the top assembly. Really easy. Our water return tube is just in with pressure, so that just pops right out. And this piece isn't attached, it just sits in by gravity, so that just swings up and out of the way pretty easily. So now we can get to our barrel. Okay, so here I have the camera pointed down one of the access ports in the barrel, and I have a flashlight in the other one, so we can kind of see inside the barrel here. I'm actually pretty impressed. The walls aren't that dirty. I did leave a strip on the side here unpainted so that we could see the water level, and we can see that very clearly there is some mildew on that section, but the rest of it is very opaque and we didn't get a lot of mildew. But if we look straight down, there's that sediment I was talking about. We have a lot of dirt in the very bottom of it, and we want to get all that flushed out. And that's for two reasons. Of course, one reason, the main reason, is for the health of our birds. But the second reason is that in the winter, we have a water pump system that we use to circulate the water to keep it from freezing. And this debris will tear that pump up. We don't want to have any clogs, any mechanical issues. So we need to get this flushed out. Okay, so just to give a better idea of the sediment in the bottom of this barrel, at this point I've taken off the dual adapter and I just have the regular spigot. I've tipped over the barrel and drained out as much water as I could. And if we look back on the inside now, even without my flashlight, you can see the mud. Okay, I had to stop there for a second. My spigot actually clogged up. What I had to do is I had to find something. What I found is the inside of an ink pen here, and just ran that up into the spigot to knock back out the debris, and that got the water flowing again. The spigot kept stopping up on me, so I went ahead and just took the barrel down and tipped it on its side and poured the water out. This is what was inside, kept stopping it up on me. This is the only stick that was in there though, so I'm still pretty happy with our filtration system. This will make it a lot quicker to go ahead and get this cleaned out the rest of the way though. So now that our water barrel itself is clean, we're gonna just hose off the top of the chicken run to get all the leaves, sticks, debris, whatnot off of the roof. And then we're going to clean off our gutter guards in order to get the debris off of that as well, flush out the gutter to make sure all of that is cleared out in a good condition. So now that we've got the roof cleaned off, the gutter system cleaned out, the last part to do is we want to flush the actual waterer itself. I'm hoping that I can use gravity to my advantage, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to put water into the outlet, let it flow down, flush through the watering system, and if all that works correctly, in theory, water should come back out the other end of this hose down here on the ground. Okay, so that plan did not work in the slightest. So what we've done now is we've turned off the hose, we've hooked it the regular direction onto the spigot, and I'm gonna have Amanda turn on the water. Go for it! That ought to do the trick. Oh, there it comes. All right, we've got water through. So that's cleaned out. Turn it off. All right, we've got the system all cleaned up and reassembled. We have the garden hose running into the barrel right now to refill that with some fresh, clean water. And the last thing we did want to do is we wanted to make sure that our actual watering nipples are clear of debris as well. So now that we've got some water back into the system, all we've got to do, just take a tap, and we've got water flowing out. I've already tested the other ones. They're all working fine. So our watering system is in good condition, ready for the winter. All right, folks, so there you have it. We've got our watering system all cleaned out. We have had it in place for about a year, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with where it looked. So I think about once a year is going to be the sweet spot for giving that a thorough clean out. I did just want to mention a couple times throughout the summer, we do add just a tiny bit of bleach to the 55-gallon bucket. That is completely safe to do. Just look up your measurements based on what size container that you have. Make sure it's full of water. That'll dilute out. It won't hurt the chickens, but it will kill your bacteria. And I think that does have a lot to do with why we didn't have very much mildew in our barrel, in addition to it being painted to help keep the sunlight out from the water. But if you find this content helpful, maybe a little bit entertaining, please do give us a like, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.